the yellow flash of the leaf.
What it do, y'all? Welcome back to another video, and as promised, it's a 10 chapter review. Well, I stopped it on 9 because something major happened. It was a good turning point, so it's 9 chapters. Like I said, it'd be kind of weird because I'm in the middle of the book. But basically, last chapter, the chapter I left off on was chapter 45, I believe, and I ended on chapter 53, or the beginning of 53. Something major happened. So basically, if I remember correctly, chapter 43, it began with Jake, the main character, finally getting out of the dungeon he was in, got his new class, he got his new I mean, not his new class, his new profession, and he just got out the dungeon, all that good stuff. He got out the dungeon, and basically, it was just a little training arc. He was just, his profession was leveled up, the alchemist profession was leveled up, but his archer class wasn't leveled up, so he had, like, a lot of health and different stuff from his extra points from his profession, but his attack power was kind of lacking. He's still cold, but his attack power was kind of lacking. And I think basically it was just a little training arc. He was just trying to grind for levels a little bit. I think he's like level 23 in his archer class now. Well, he was at level 20 in his archer class, but then um 5 people pulled up on him and tried to instantly kill him, and all Jake was trying to do was get information because, like I say, he been in the dungeon for a month. He didn't know like the war was going on between the two factions, and all this and all that. So basically, he tried to talk to them, and of course they was off of smoke. They was not going for anything he was saying because they thought he was lying. So they tried to kill him, and of course, Jake being the cold man he is, he bodied all of them easily. Easily, and I think that pushed his archer class to level 23. So after that, he like, man, I don't know what happened. They saying I started a war and killing his people. So basically, flash back a little bit. I think this is from William's point of view. He's like the crazy. I think he like 19-year-old. He like a killer and all this stuff. Like he's the one that truly started a war because he trying to get all the levels and he want to be the last one surviving in the tutorial. So basically, he ran into Jake. Jake almost killed them, so he didn't like that. So basically, he went back to Richard. Richard is like the head of the one of the camps that's fighting. He the head of the camps, and he already met Jake way before at the beginning, so he kind of know vague idea who it is. And Richard, he kind of smart. He know how to apply this stuff and all of this. He a real good leader. So basically, he already knew. Like William thought he was so smart, but he already knew William was the person that was starting the war. Because William was killing. Because he's on Richard's side of the camp, but he was killing people on the opposite side of the camp and the people on his own side. But nobody knew. Or he made it seem like nobody knew because, of course, he was trying to be sneaky and basically start a war so they could fight each other. He could kill people without anybody being suspicious because it's a war. Nobody would be suspicious about that, right? So basically, Richard took advantage of him in the time, like, because William was vulnerable because Casper, another archer that died, showed him that, like, William wasn't as strong as he think he was or wasn't as smart. That a lot of people knew, not everybody in camp, not even half of them, but a lot of people knew that he started the war. So basically, he came back to the camp almost dead because Jake almost killed them. And then Richard, the boss of the camp, knew this was time to prey him because he was vulnerable, because he just a kid. And like he finally got beat when he thought he was overpowered and nobody could mess with him. So Richard basically was able to bring him to his side. He was like, I knew you started the war and stuff and this, all that, but he was like, you on my side now, be my loyal hunting dog. And William basically like, alright. So basically, Richard and Williams is spinning his web of lies, and they using Jake as like a scapegoat. Basically, like I said, Jake wasn't the one that started the war. He wasn't even there during the war. He was in the dungeon for a month before the war started, so he got nothing to do with it. But Richard wanted to keep William as a hunting dog, so like he didn't tell everybody in this camp or the opposite camp that, oh yeah, it's William, because he too smart for that. He don't like he need him because he's strong. So basically, he's using Jake as a scapegoat and saying, "Oh yeah, this person that I met earlier in the tutorial, he was real good and killed my people and like he real crazy. He like killing. He's the person that been killing everybody and like because the two camps had a meeting like a peace offering and Richard basically lied and said, yeah, this was the person that's killing everybody. That's the crazy person. So we should band together and kill him because that was the person that's been truly killing everybody. And the head of the other camp's son died. That's really started the war. So Richard Lyon was like, "Yeah, man, he the one that killed your son. You want your revenge? We gotta team up basically. We basically gotta stop fighting and team up and work together to take him out." Okay, so that was a flashback. So now in the present, Jake is like, man, somehow they lying. Because, like I said, the people that attacked Jake, the five-man group, was like, oh, you killed people. So Jake, like, man, I was in the dungeon. Like, thinking to say, he was like, I'm in the dungeon. Like, I didn't kill nobody. So he, like, okay, somebody lying on me. So basically, he went to the camp. Well, before he went to the camp, he found, like, the inner area of the tutorial. And, like, basically, he could go in through it, but he didn't want to go in through it yet because he didn't know it was like a one-way ticket, like a dungeon. But he was like, all right, I'm gonna just come back and check that later. Okay, so he continued to the camp. He found his past coworkers, Jacob and his girlfriend Caroline. And Jacob a real one. Jacob know Jake not a murderer, so he already be like, man, somebody lying. And Jacob know that William was the one that did it, but he don't want to do that because Richard is like the captain or the leader, and Richard basically tell him like, all right, man, don't tell nobody, you know. Cause they're just trying to keep things calm. And Jacob, no, they're using Jake as a scapegoat. But even though that's his home, but he can't do nothing. Cause like nobody could really believe him. And Richard is go probably kill him if he try to lie or tell the truth. I mean, basically, Jake snuck to the camp. He was like probably on top of a hill on the tree. He was like overlooking the camp, and he seen Jacob and Caroline and like two other people, his old coworkers, because he was hoping they were still alive. He seen them, was like, bet, okay, they still alive. So basically, he took out a pen and paper he found in the dungeon, wrote a note on the paper, basically saying like, "I want to meet. I wasn't the one that did this. It's a misunderstanding. Let's have a peaceful talk somewhere." And he went into Jacob and Caroline and walked to like an open area. And he basically shot the arrow, boom, and it landed in front of him. And he took off, ran off. So basically, okay, now the perspective shift again, and it's showing Jacob and Caroline perspective or Jacob's, and then they seen the aerial, and they like, oh, what happened? What happened? They thinking they getting attacked, of course. They're like, oh, what the hell, we getting attacked? But Jacob seen the paper, so he grabbed the paper and stuff. But it's like a whole crowd because everybody think they got attacked. And Richard come, the leader, like, oh, what happened? What happened? And Jacob seen it and was like, look, it's from Jake. This from Jake. He said it was a misunderstanding. He ain't kill nobody. So let's meet up with him. And of course, Richard go back to like his leader tent and talking to Jacob. And Jacob like, hey man, that's my homeboy. I know he not no killer, man. Let's meet him so we can talk. But Richard like, man, I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to do that, man. Nah, I don't trust you. Well, he didn't say I don't trust you. He was just like, I can't leave you and Caroline because Caroline is the healer of the group. She one of the strongest healers. He's like, I can't let you go. Everybody know you really can't fight, and one of our strongest healers to go, because that would be a major loss. So, you know, basically Jacob's like they was arguing for hours and they wasn't going nowhere. So Caroline, she really sneaky, bro. Caroline is fake. Like she not fake. She loved Jacob, but she is real loyal to Richard. So Caroline was like, "Oh, Jacob, just leave, and I can try to talk him down. Don't worry about it." And so basically Jacob left and he let his girlfriend, try to talk him down. And I knew something was going wrong. And basically she came out the tent. Like they didn't tell us what they said. It was from Jacob's point of view. So they came out the tent and she was like, "Oh yeah, he said that we could go, but we got a plan first." So they thought of a plan. It's like they brought Jacob, Caroline, um, the other lady that was that worked with them. I forgot her name, but she like her leg got blown off and like she know how like to sew. Or what do they call it? Like sewing, with the needle. I think sewing, whatever it's called. But her leg grow back. But they brought her because Jake know her and somebody else. I forgot his name. Start with a B. Bertram. I'm gonna say Bertram. He like a big old tank. It's him. So they pulled them on Jake. Now it's from like Jake and Jacob point of view switching. So like Jacob like see Jake. He Jake was always a nervous guy. He was like, oh man, Jake couldn't do this, bro. He's still the same. And Jake and Jake are like, yo, what's up, man? Long time no see. And basically Jake telling them like, yeah, man, William tried to kill me when I was just looking for somebody to find. He tried to backstab me, and Jacob was like, man, I knew William was crazy. So he right. He was like, man, I told you. And Caroline thinking in her head, she like, man, I shouldn't have let Jacob come, cause like they telling the truth. So right then I'm like, whoa, hold on, they got a plan. If she don't want Caroline, if she don't want Jacob to come, that means something up. So basically, out of nowhere, things going good. Out of nowhere, Richard pull up, the other leader pull up, and like 20 of the dudes pull up. Jake like, whoa, what's going on? What's going on, man? You got me in the trap. What's up, bro? You got me in the trap. Jacob like, nah, bro, I didn't do this, bro. Chill, chill. He innocent, he innocent. But Richard, Richard changing the narrative. So he making him think, it's something different than it really is. He changing the narrative up. So basically, they all think, basically everybody that's in the camp think Jake did it. So they don't care what he gotta say, what proof. He already said it. They like Richard already spread the lies, and everybody is. And the other leader in the camp just want to avenge his son, so he bloodless. He like, oh, you the one that murdered my son. So basically, they jumping Jake, and basically they know he got poison, all this, so they know his moves. So Jake getting body, he getting hit a little bit. It's like 30 dudes, and they playing real well. So he escaping. He of course getting some hits off, but he almost about to die. But like they chasing him, they know his shadow steps, they know his poison, they know his perception is good. So they blocking him off. The mage is blocking them all. Everybody throwing arrows, throwing magic boards. Swordsman try to get him. They block him off with magic shield. So basically, he almost got stuck in a corner. The leader of the other camp is like a cold mage, and he had like a fire spell, like where his movement. He had like a movement spell to keep up with Jake own movement spell, and then he had like a fire spirit. He like went in like and thrusted it. Pause, no homo. He thrusted it into Jake, and like it was like in his stomach, and he was like flying with him. Of course they was traveling across, and so the other dude, he was like, "This is for my son. You killed him." So he really think he bodied Jake. Jake like, I ain't going for that, bro, because they didn't realize Jake got a high what is called health. I'm gonna say health. I don't know the other word. He got high health. He got a lot of points in it, so that's not gonna kill him. It's gonna really hurt him, but it's not killing him. So Jake was like, "Oh, this time," and Jake got the poison hand move. So while he getting like hit with a spirit, going through trees and stuff, Jake grabbed onto him and did his skills to put his poison on the dude, and he like he started screaming and he let him go. Then this time for Jake to escape, Jake heard me get up. I think he used the health potion, or I think he didn't have enough. Jake get up, run back. Oh, he gone. He running through. His only option. Bad. It was a notification popped up. His only option, which is smart. You remember I said he seen like the inner area of the tutorial blows were blocked off by like a big bubble or shield that the tutorial conjured up. It's like an inner area where there's like way stronger enemies, and I think you need like a requirement to get in there. Probably like you're level high enough or something, or tutorial points. And Jake got that requirement. So basically, he injured, he hurt me, dove in a bubble. He get up, he something like 10 poison bottles ready to throw it at anybody that chases him. But nobody chases him because they don't got the requirements to get in there. I don't know what it is, but I think the only person that get in there is William. The other mage that's cold, who crazy, William and Jake. They're the only two people for now that could get in there. So basically he's safe. But then he turned his head, he see 3 cold monsters. They like level 40, level 30, level 30. He like, oh man, this is gonna be a terrible way to die. And basically the chapter ends right there. And I feel like that was a good stopping point because a lot happened. And basically we was gonna go into Jake, I guess he go like fight the monsters in the tutorial, the inner area, they way higher level, and he was been looking for stuff like that. So I think a lot gonna happen. I think he's gonna evolve his class because you need to be level 25 to get like a new class. He on a regular archer, so he gonna get level 25 in that and probably get a cold archer class now or something different, like a different variant. So I wanted to pause it there because a lot gonna happen. It's gonna be that, and he probably gonna go back and fight the other people or try to explain himself, or just probably body everybody. But yeah, man, this book is really good, bro. I love this book. It has a second book, of course, but it comes out like in a few days. So hopefully, I just gotta wait a couple days till I come. I think it come like the 10th, April the 10th or the 9th. But these 10 chapters, bro, was fire. A lot happened. We seen Richard planning. We seen William trying to go level up and stuff, trying to get his revenge on Jake and spin a block. We seen Jacob realize, they lying on Richard's name. I mean, they lying on Jake's name. Richard lying on them. And like I said, at this point, both of the leaders don't care like if it's true or not that Jake killed the people. They just using him, like I said, as a scapegoat because the other people in their camp is mad and angry because all this killing that has been going on. So they need an outlet for their anger, of course, right? So now They don't matter if it's true or not. They just changing the narrative, and now they just trying to body Jake and use him. So no matter what Jake says, no matter what Jacob says to clear his name, I'm pretty sure it's not going to work, bro. Because they just need a scapegoat, and unfortunately, Jake is that scapegoat. So I imagine Jake will probably just have to bite him, bro. To be honest, he either gonna have to bite him or just try to survive until the tutorial is over, bro. To be honest, like that's the only option. And I see a fight with him and William coming up real soon, where they both leveled up, and that's gonna be a crazy fight. Like I said, these 10 chapters crazy. A lot happened. So I had to stop and talk about this real quick, bro. Uh, I'm gonna most likely post this video today. Uh, it's April 5th, and I might get through the other 10 chapters fast today, but I'm gonna record the video but post it tomorrow. I don't want to post 2 videos in one day. Well, or chapter views. So I'm gonna post that video tomorrow or the other 10 chapters and post the video today most likely. And on a side note, the book is actually almost over. I think I'm probably like 450 pages in, or almost 500 area, and has 700 in total. So book almost over it. We got to wait a couple days till the second one come out, but that's doable. But you know, tune into the next video because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be fire. We probably gonna get a training arc, see what class he get. So look out for the next video, bro. A lot gonna pop off. And if you made it this far, I appreciate you. Go ahead and drop a like if you haven't yet, and subscribe if you are new. I will see gents and ladies later. Peace.